intra-workout carbs for high performance, and I've been experimenting with these recently. It was prior just electrolytes during the workout for just retaining pumps, but now I'm actually doing 40 grams of carbs worth of intra carbs, the morphogen carbs, and they're fast digesting and have like a hydration blend with them too, which is cool. So I found in this really lean state that my body in a really good way is sensitive to energy. Carbs. I can just see it in my physique where it dries up when I pull the carbs back on rest days, and then it kind of fills up more when I add carbs back in on training days. So that's a fun part about the lean state. You can see the changes in how the body actually uses the energy and retains the energy when you play with the carbs in your training. So it makes it really fun, and I can tell the difference. So on my training days, when I use those intra carbs and sip those through the workout, I'm sipping the electrolytes and the carbs all the way up until the last exercise. I finish it at about the beginning of the last exercise. So therefore, I just have at that point like 15 minutes left of the workout. So I've sustained hydration and like glycogen through the whole lift. And this is a huge thing I've noticed in a lean state, especially because if your body fat's out of control and you're way overweight and you're just in a state of needing to be more in a deficit, I get it. You have all this stored energy, and you're kind of in a place where, all right, we don't need to be like crushing all kinds of extra carbs. I still notice place those carbs around the workout. It feels amazing. So like early in the day, sipping the carbs through the workout, and then like replenishing glycogen after your workout with some carbs adding in post. Man, you could just get some serious results for fat burning and recovery and everything else. So you're just staying on track. But I know that prior to using electrolytes before the gym, sipping them through the workout, there was definitely a change where sometimes you just like feel a certain amount of fatigue or less strength kick in kind of closer to the end of the workout. So this has been a big addition, just to have those electrolytes as well as those carbs added through the workout. And really, I know runners, for example, if you're into running or you're a triathlete or just do lifting and cardio combined, that's a big, when you go over that 1 hour mark, it just really becomes a big deal. And I'm not a fan of lifting more than an hour. I feel like there's not a reason ever to lift more than an hour, like from a recovery standpoint, unless you're on gear and you just recover from everything. But I'm talking longevity for the joints as well as the nervous system. That lift, there's no way that lifting session needs to be more than an hour. That's just going to be ideal. Like there's only so much fatigue accumulation, like per duration, that your body actually wants to be put on, like that amount of stress. So adding these intra carbs, it's cool because my electrolytes are watermelon right now. I think the flavor that I'm choosing, I alternate. So watermelon, and then the intra carbs are non-flavored, which is actually awesome, because a lot of people used to say, like, if they're sipping Gatorade powder or really sugary intra carbs, as you all know, it's kind of like a little bit thicker in the water, so it had this like really syrupy taste. But that's why I could tell the morphogen carbs are really high quality, because they just sit really clean. You don't feel this sticky feel in your mouth when you swallow the morphogen carbs, and it just hits you so clean. I'm just a fan of all their products, like just continuously being surprised and going, oh, should have known, this should have been the one I should have chosen. Tried all the different brands. No, it's yeah, the cost is a little bit higher, but you get what you pay for. Really, you 100% do. So Morphogen Nutrition is where I go for all my stuff. And now I start sipping that in the beginning of my in the workout, when I do 10 minutes of elliptical cardio, and then I hit resistance bands for 10 minutes, and then I get to the weights. So I'm already starting to slow feed, slow drink those carbs and electrolytes, and it just seems to keep everything rocking. I don't know, that was the big change, is adding electrolytes and carbs into your workout, and there was a lot of things that just came alive. You noticed it especially through 70% to 100, like that last 30% of your workout, how you just still sustain such good strength. So it's satisfying. I'm like, just excites me, all these little potions and performance and optimization tips that are just making the gym even that much more fun. So hope this helps. Let me know if you have questions about intra-workout carbs and electrolytes.